What's going on, guys? Ant-Man hanging out with Letters from the Fire. Let's start off with some names, I guess. Get everybody introduced with you guys, right? How about we'll start with that? So, who are we hanging out with today?
I'm Alexa.
And I'm Mike.
So, hanging out here, Alrosa Villa. Mike, you're talking about 30, 34, 35 shows in. You couldn't really remember. But, it gets all dazed and confused along the way. But what's your guys' take so far, getting ready for your show, getting ready to go on stage?
We just try to have fun with it every night, and that's why we do what we do, because we want to have fun, so.
Yeah, by this point, we're on autopilot, it's just we get to the venue, everybody does their job, and then, we get on stage and we do our thing, and it's just always the same thing every day.
Yeah.
What's it like for you, Alexa, being a lady in the band? You guys have been compared to the likes of like Hailstorm, Evanescence, and stuff like that. What's your take on that, being a female in the front and all that?
Obviously those are always huge compliments. Hailstorm, I'm a huge fan of Hailstorm, and but I think what excites me most is when people compare us to bands that aren't female fronted. So like 3 Days Grace or Breaking Benjamin, things like that, because it shows me that they're really listening to what's going on and they're not just hearing, oh, it's a female front, So those are the kinds of things that really get us, I think, as a band, as a whole, really excited.
What's your take on it, Matt?
It's kind of the same thing. As musicians, we know what we sound like, and we're a little bit more, we analyze a lot more than I would say the average listener. So it is a little weird sometimes when you get compared to a band that sounds nothing like you. But at the end of the day, everyone's got their own opinion, and we just do what we do, and we're just excited to be out here.
What are some of the changes you guys face, on a day-to-day, being on the road, being trapped in the van with a bunch of dudes, trying to handle everything that you handle? What's the up and down like for you guys traveling on the road?
It gets tough sometimes being in a closed space with, 5 other people, and we definitely scream at each other sometimes, but you got to remember we're all siblings. I would say we're all brothers, but I'm obviously not a brother. But they're my brothers, and no matter what, at the end of the day, I love them. I know they have my back and I have theirs, and that's kind of what keeps it going.
How long have you guys been in music? You being new to the band, but each of you guys, how long have each of you guys been doing music? Since you were little, or what inspirations along with that?
I only joined my first band about 6 months before I joined Letters, so fairly new to this world, but I grew up, singing all the time. I was in musical theater growing up, so I definitely have always been singing and performing, just not in the band capacity always. Yeah.
I picked up my first guitar when I was 16, and that's when I really got into music. And then I just locked myself in a room and just played, and then started the first version of this band when I was about 18, and been doing it ever since.
How many versions of Letters has there been?
Too many. I think this is version 5.0. Oh yeah, so are you talking about Letters from the Fire?
Yeah. Where'd you guys come up with the name for the band?
So we used to be called Park Lane. We did a record and we had a song called Letters from the Fire, and we were trying to trademark the name, but it was too general. There was hotels called that and whatnot, and so we had lists of names. And we started laughing. We're like, oh, Letters from the Fire, that's actually pretty cool. And I ended up drawing the symbol that, that most people see, it's like a triangle. Right. And so we just ended up going with that. And, it's pretty unique. No one has it. And so far, it's been great.
You guys have a number of hits out. You guys are in actual number standing on a lot of the iTunes stuff I've seen. You guys are posted number 8 right now on the rock for iTunes. What is your guys' advice to some of the upcomers and I'm always curious what the bands that are doing it have advice for the guys that are coming up that aren't and girls that aren't. So, what is your guys' advice to them?
This is always a tough question because none of us really know what decisions we made that brought us to this point. It kind of just happened. But definitely just stick with it. If this is something you really want, just go for it and never quit, never take no for an answer. I think if any of us had taken no for an answer, we definitely wouldn't be here. You want to talk?
Yeah, we've heard no so many times. We've been in front of major labels, every label possible, and it's always like you're so close, but you're not quite there. And this isn't for everybody. It's hard. It's hard work. It takes a lot of dedication, a lot of practice. And the best thing that I could say is, learn as much as you can. You'll never know everything. And if you get the opportunity to meet bigger bands that are doing it, then, ask questions and just figure out what they did wrong or what they're doing right and mimic it, That's really all it is.
One of the fan questions was, is this you guys' first time at the Alrosa Villa? And if it is, what is your guys' take coming into playing such a historical venue such as the Alrosa Villa?
I think it's our first time, all of us. Yeah, definitely. It was spooky, kind of spooky vibe coming in here. It's, it's like heavy walking in. It's like also an honor to play a place like this where,
Yeah, no, absolutely. Obviously Dimebag's he's a hero to a lot of people, especially myself, and it's a little weird. It's a little bittersweet to come into a place like this where where what happened, as most people I'm sure know. But at the end of the day, we're happy to be here and can't wait to play the show.
What's your guys' next shows?
We have a few more on this tour. We're playing a headliner in Pittsburgh tomorrow, which is my hometown, so very excited about that. And then we have 2 shows in Michigan to finish up this tour. And then right after that, on Monday, we're starting a new tour with Through Fire, Failure Anthem, and Cover Your Tracks, which should be a lot of fun. We're I think it's 2 weeks, so short little run, mostly Northeast. But yeah, that should be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it.
What do you guys have to look forward to going into the new year? I know a lot of the artists and musicians are getting ready to go in since it's getting cold out. They're like, well, I don't want to travel in the snow. And so are you guys going to the studio? Or are you guys going to be doing anything, behind the scenes over the off time for the holiday?
Well, so the plan is for December to do another music video for the next single. I don't know what it is yet, but we'll figure it out. And then January we got Shiprocked, so that'll be our second time. This will be her first time. So I know we're all pumped, and it's pretty fun, man. It's fun. And then we got some other really awesome tours coming up. I don't know if I can say them yet, but we'll definitely post them soon. Yeah.
All right, guys. Where can they find you guys, social media wise? And do you guys have a website where they can check out your music and all that fun jazz?
Facebook, Letters from the Fire on Facebook. We should pop right up. All of our social media handles are at LFTF Music, so Twitter, Instagram. And our website is lettersfromthefire.net.
And we're all over YouTube. If you look up Letters from the Fire, it'll all pop up. So.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for doing what you guys do as artists and musicians. It really is important. And thanks for doing, what you guys do on a daily grind basis. This is Ant-Man hanging out with ZTP Mag. I'm out.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.